Hello everybody, my name is Connor and we are here with Pudding versus Belo Betty. Belo Betty, always a bit of a scary matchup, and I wasn't really sure how this match was gonna go, but my big head is gonna be right in front of the camera while we roll for who gets to go first. But before we get too deep into this game, I do want to remind you guys that if you want to support the channel, you can head to 1000noble.com to grab or commission a playmat. And don't forget, joining the YouTube membership gets you exclusive discounts, early deck list access, and members only polls and discussions. So looking at our first hand here, it is looking pretty good. We see the Viola. Viola is such a good card in Pudding. It's a good card in general, but pretty good in Pudding. But I did not like seeing what I had. I did want more counter, just because I know that Betty can have a really aggressive start, and I actually lost to Betty in the finals the night before this tournament, so didn't want to repeat of that. But round one, hoping that I can keep it together and see if we can get a win. But Betty liked the opening hand. Gonna go ahead, tap my deck, and we are gonna see what our new opening hand is for life to start with the Pudding. And yeah, let's see what our hand is. We got the Flampe, Zeus, Viola, two Zeuses, so we have a lot of counter in hand, and honestly feeling pretty good about that. And we draw into another Viola, which is pretty sweet. So thinking about playing the Flampe, thinking about being a little silly playing that Flampe, but I'm actually going to go ahead, play Viola, and check my opponent's life. And this is actually going to be just so good, so crucial for endgame. So just remember I did this, okay? So we are trying to organize his life in a way that we know what his triggers are. He's got a couple of good triggers in his life, and I'm thinking, okay, I think I want to get those out of the way early game and make sure he ends with a brick late game. So we ended up putting the Rev Army stage at bottom, and then the 1K as well, and the two triggers up top. So hoping that he doesn't find a Karasu. Karasu, I cannot express how much I hate Karasu. I just think that card is so stupid. It should just be an on play, not a, when you have 7,000. But, what do I know about the game? I just hate rush decks. I'm realizing I hate playing against rush. But the Betty gonna grab the Inazuma with Banish, I believe. And, yep, just swing 7 at lead. I'll take it. Getting our third Viola, so we are going to be able to ramp pretty easily. And we do have a 10 mom, so not too much to do in our hand right now. Probably gonna swing 7 and then Viola, I think, is our best play. Yep, 7 at lead. We'll go ahead, flip our life up. We get 2 Katakuris in our life, and we are gonna ramp a Dawn. So getting a little ahead, gonna take that life and potentially thinking about triggering it. It looks like decides not to trigger it. Okay, I'm fine with that. I'm gonna go ahead, play Viola, flip my life down, and pass turn. So yeah, able to just put some pressure on swing 7, get one of those nasty triggers out of the way, and pretty successful turn. Of course, I'm pretty happy to see the Zeuses. We don't have the yellow 10 mom, which would be great. Just the purple 10 mom. Definitely when I build my Pudding list, I'm going to do some changes here. So he's gonna go ahead, tap 3, for the Inazuma. I believe that's the Inazuma with Banish. No, actually that one I think might be the one with Rush. Yes, that one should have Rush, I think, if he has 7,000 power, I think. But we'll see. So yep, gonna go ahead, trash that card that was on top of his life there. For leader ability, I'm sure, and I'm gonna grab dice so we can know what is what. Yep. So gonna go ahead, leader ability. Gonna go ahead, swing 5 and 7, I think. So 2 7s potentially. 5. I'm gonna go ahead and give them 1 with Sanji. Depending on what they want to do here, they'll go ahead, swing 7, and I'll block another 7. And I'll go ahead and take getting that Katakuri. Not super thrilled about that, but we get another 10 mom, so at this point, kind of wishing I didn't trash Sanji. I don't know how I feel about that Sanji card. I think he's a good card, but I just feel like I never play him at the right moment. But we'll see. What dawn are we at now? I think we're at 6-ish? 7, if I counted correctly. We're gonna go ahead, thinking about going 5 into the Inazuma, but we'll go ahead, go 5 into Betty, and looks like we're gonna go ahead play Zeus. But thinking about playing Zeus to pop the Inazuma. Yep, gonna go ahead, play Zeus, pop Inazuma, take the Katakuri from the top of our life. Which I definitely felt like, oh, I'm playing this really risky, but I think I need to. I think I really needed to just kind of clear board and do what we're doing. So we were able to clear board at the expense of our life, basically, but we have 2 blockers on the field and a Zeus. And, I mean, Zeus is a body that can swing into some smaller bodies if need be. So, and gonna be at 9 Dawn next turn. Gonna go ahead. Oh, excuse me, 10 Dawn. Forgot to ramp with leader ability. Actually, I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. Huh. I think I might need to have 2 life to do that. That might be a misplay there. But the Karasu is gonna come down, making our leader 4. Because it's flipped the top 2 life, so I may not be able to do that. Huh, yeah, I'll have to double check that. Sorry about that if that's the case. You know, I haven't played a lot of Pudding in a while, but swing 5 with the lead. We're gonna go ahead and give the 2K, and the Karasu blocker is gonna come out. We get the Katakuri on 6. I think since we're not playing a 10 mom here, I think it's okay if that was a misplay. I mean, obviously it's not great, but we're gonna go ahead, just use Zeus to pop that Karasu. I cannot stand Karasu. I need him gone. We'll go ahead, swing 5 into lead, and I think we're thinking about putting the 8 cost Katakuri down. And of course, really, we're almost dead here. No life. As I said to my friend I was playing in this round, I said, I think I've taken more of my life than you have. And he's like, yeah, I think so. Playing 2 Zeuses, pretty tough. But I just felt like with Betty, I think I had to kind of play this way. Of course, really risky if he sees what he needs to see. If he has something like, I mean, if he has a dragon, I think we'd be okay. But yeah, depending on how his turn turns out, like, we're still not, yeah, we have 3 blockers, but I don't know if we're safe. I'd like to think we're safe, but I just feel like I never know with Betty. So looks like he's at probably 8 to 9 Dawn, somewhere in there. Thinking about what he wants to do, and I know the thing with Betty is you either win by turn 8 or you lose, so hoping we can or win by 8 Dawn or lose. So there's the Inazuma with Banish. Yeah, the other one was Rush, so this one is Banish. And separating out his Dawn, trying to figure out how he wants to swing. Yeah, if he has a Rush character, I might lose all of my blockers, but he ends up just passing, which is pretty nice. So this turn we would have naturally been at 10, even if there was that misplay. But I don't know if I like this play. We are going to go ahead and Searcher Pudding. Possibly should have just 10-mommed. But not sure. We're going to take the Conquest of the Sea. It is a Big Mom Pirates type card, which is honestly pretty great here with 9 Dawn remaining. Gonna try and see what we can do. Definitely gonna Conquest of the Sea to get rid of this board. as I said, I mean, especially with the banish, I don't want it. So, yep, we're going to bottom deck both of those, or trash both of those, excuse me. Minus the 2 Dawn. A little rough to minus the 2 Dawn there, but we're going to go ahead swing 7 at lead. See if he's going to go ahead and take or counter, and he is actually going to use the event and play out Karasu. So I'm like, oh, I wish I swung 7 first. I did not read the event when it showed up, I won't lie. But 9 going to lead. He is going to go ahead and take that, and that is the event he just played. We're going to see if he wants to trigger, and it looks like he will trigger it to play out a Kuma, I believe. So, yeah, pretty scary. Going to get that rested Dawn with Katakuri, and depending on his turn here, with the lack of counter we have in hand, we may lose all 3 blockers, which would be real unfortunate. But thankfully for us, his hand size is getting low. So, fingers crossed that we somehow pull this out, because, yeah, that is painful. And the Koala coming down, bringing Katakuri down by 3 is going to make it really hard to protect him. I believe it's 3. Yeah, so he should be a 5k leader right now, if I'm not mistaken. And, yep, buffing all his characters there. And let's see exactly if we can live, because that is a lot of Dawn to play with, and I'm pretty sure at this point he had no cards in hand, so looking pretty scary here. I got 3k counter, we got 3, is that 3 Katakuris in my hand? Yeah, feeling like I did not shuffle the deck very well. Pretty crazy, but yep, Karasu gonna make it even harder, swinging. What is that? I can't do math. 5, 6, 7. 7 into 5. 7 into 4, excuse me, and I'm going to block there. Let's see. 7 into 4 again. Gonna see if I can counter. Nope, can't counter it. You saw me counting there. You guys should know I am notoriously bad at math. Swings pretty big there, and I think at this point, trying to figure out if I can save Katakuri. I can't. Thinking that he was, I thought that Koala minus by 2, but I'm pretty sure she minuses by 3. So, yep, gonna go ahead, lose my board, and now here, what do I do at this point in the game? It is looking a little rough for me, but I think my best bet is he's got no cards in hand, and I have bodies on board. And if you guys remember, I did end up playing, or I played Viola, so I know what his life is. It's just, at this point, it's just, do I remember what his life is? So, gonna go ahead, swing 5 with Pudding, knowing that he has to take that, no cards in hand. Now he has a 1k in hand, so gonna see if we can, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gonna swing 6, and that is a brick, and a 6. 6 will meet, so that is that. Looks like the video, the video did die early. I ran out of space on my phone, but that has been taken care of because I went on a trip. But yes, we were able to get there in the end, but really close game. And honestly, the only reason we were able to get there is because we knew what his life was. We knew, we played Viola early and used it. So very, very descriptive, I know, but that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, hit that like button down below. It helps me out more than you could ever know. Go ahead and subscribe if you are new, and I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.
すぐに片付けますのでご安心を。おらー、これじゃあキリがねえ。麦わ